Tuesday, July 29th, the Seattle Chamber Music Society Summer Music Fest live streams a suite by Moszkowski, a piano trio by Fanny Mendelssohn, and a Beethoven string trio played by top musicians from across the country and abroad. That'll be at 7:30 in the evening, Pacific Daylight Time, 10:30 in the evening on the East Coast, a terrible 4:30 in the morning here in Europe, and 12:30 noon time down under in Australia on Wednesday. We give you the link to where you buy your ticket. The Seattle Chamber Music Society's live streams are state-of-the-art 6-camera live streams, which does not come cheap. There is a charge of $36 to get your ticket to enjoy the live stream. People who are attending in person are paying twice as much, if that's any consolation. We also give you a link to the program notes, and I will tell you all about the performers who are the artists who are performing. So let's start out with the first piece, which is going to be one by Moszkowski. It's Moszkowski's Suite for 2 violins and piano in G minor, Opus 71. If you keep track of opus numbers, Moszkowski was a German-born Jewish pianist, but he identified as Polish, and very often compared to Chopin. And he wrote over 200 small-scale piano pieces. And he had great aspirations to being considered a serious composer, but mostly he's known for these smaller-scale piano pieces. He was very successful touring around Europe in the late 1800s until some health problems kept him from continuing to do so. So around the end of the 1800s, he moved to Paris. It's one of those sad stories where eventually ill health and sort of losing touch with no longer being a part of the progressive musical trends of the day, the guy died pretty lonely and impoverished in the 1920s. The musicians are James Ennis. He's the big cheese, the director of the Seattle Chamber Music Society Summer Music Fest. He's the guy who founded in 2010 the Ennis Quartet, which is renowned and has performed all over the world. He's the kind of guy, he doesn't just do recitals at places like Wigmore Hall, he does residencies. And he has over 40 CDs out and a Gramophone Award, 2 Grammy Awards, and 11 Juno Awards. So he's sort of at the summit of things. Beside him, also on the violin, he's a violinist, by the way, if I missed that. Beside him on the violin is Tessa Lark, whom he has paired off with before during this festival. She's been playing at this she's been appearing at the Seattle Chamber Music Society functions since 2016, so almost a decade now. She has the distinction of having a bluegrass-inspired violin concerto composed for her by Michael Tork, and it earned her a Grammy nomination in 2020 for playing it, and it earned him a Pulitzer Prize finalist. And on the piano in that, then, which is very important, is Max Levinson. He's been playing at this summer festival for over 20 years. He's the chairman of the piano department at the Boston Conservatory and also teaches at the New England Conservatory. So another top guy. That should come off really well, given not only their abilities, but the fact they've been playing together throughout this festival. Then they will do Fanny Mendelssohn's Piano Trio in D minor, Opus 11. This piece will be played by 2 instrumentalists who play a lot together, Tom Poster and Elena Urioste. Tom and Elena have worked together doing a live stream series during the 2020 COVID lockdown called the Yuri Post Jukebox series, but they also are both members of the Kaleidoscope Chamber Collective, which Tom founded, which broadcast regularly on BBC Radio 3 and which has done residencies at various music festivals. And Elena also does a lot of solo performing as a soloist with a lot of top orchestras: Philadelphia, Cleveland, New York, LA, Buffalo, Chicago, Boston, Dallas. Need I go on? Anyway, and then Mark Kosovar on the cello. He's been playing at Seattle Chamber Music Society functions for about 5 years. He's principal cello of the very fine Cleveland Orchestra. He's taught at the Cleveland Institute of Music and the San Francisco Conservatory. So he's a top guy as well. He's played with he's played with the Detroit Symphony Orchestra, which is a favorite of mine, among others. It's another one of these guys who's played with everybody. So so that should be very fine, especially since Tom and Elena know each other so well. I'd be surprised if they weren't working on this well in advance of this festival. And then the third piece, Noah Bendix Bagley, Joan Derhovsepian, and Julie Albers. And I don't know if these three have played together before during this festival. It's Beethoven's String Trio in E-flat major, Opus 3. Noah Bendix Bagley, he's a violinist. He's the first concert master with the Berlin Phil. I don't know if you need to know anything more about the quality of his play besides that. But he's also a member of the Rosamond String Quartet, which has members from the LA and New York Philharmonics, and the septet called Philharmonics, which has members from the Berlin and Vienna Philharmonics. So top guy on the violin. On the viola is again Joan Derhovsepian, who's the principal viola of the Houston Symphony Orchestra. She teaches at Rice University's Shepherd School of Music. For a long time, she was with the Everest Quartet, which was very, highly acclaimed. And now this fall, she's going to begin as the violist of the Axelrod String Quartet, which is the quartet in residence at the Smithsonian Institute in Washington, D.C. Then finally on the cello is Julie Albers, who's been playing at Seattle Chamber Music Society for over a decade. She's an assistant professor at the McDuffie Center for Strings at Mercer University in Georgia. And she's also active. She has an Albers string trio and also plays with the Cortona trio. So that's the lineup for you on tonight. Before I log off, let me remind you, if you're watching this on Facebook, please like the video. If you're watching this on any of our other 6 platforms, please take the extra step and follow and or subscribe to Access Arts Live on YouTube, X, TikTok, Instagram, Threads, and or LinkedIn, and we'll continue to provide you with more than 1,000 live links to live performances online in the coming year.